My name is Marcus Harris. I'm a Chicago-based software and intellectual property attorney. Since 1999, I've focused my practice on drafting and negotiating ERP-related contracts and litigating failed ERP implementations in courts across the country. Prior to forming my own practice, I worked in the legal departments of SAP and Infor. I understand how software vendors operate, and I understand what it takes to sue software vendors for failed implementations. Now, when you're negotiating SaaS agreements, you need to focus on a number of key issues, and I think that most SaaS agreements are going to allow you to increase your user count to the extent that your needs increase, but you also want to make sure that you have the ability to decrease your user count if your needs change. You also want to make sure that that agreement allows you or provides you with a credit or a refund associated with that reduction in the user count. I think that most SaaS vendors are going to want you to commit to a multi-year deal, and I think while there are some advantages to that, you need to be aware of the risks of vendor lockdown and being dependent on one particular vendor. And one of the ways to avoid this is to enter into agreements that have a one-year term or a one-year renewal term. It is common for SaaS vendors to increase fees over time. You're going to want to negotiate some sort of a cap on fees, at least for the first 3 years of your relationship with that SaaS vendor. It is common after that for vendors to want to increase fees on an annual basis, and it makes sense to put some sort of a cap on that ability to increase fees, and usually that cap is fixed to CPI or some other mutually agreed upon benchmark. Software vendor agreements should allow you the ability to terminate for convenience without the imposition of a penalty or a charge for terminating. You also want to have the ability to terminate that agreement for cause in the event that the vendor breaches its obligations, its service obligations or its uptime commitments, and any vendor that is unwilling to allow you to terminate that agreement is a vendor that you probably should walk away from. On the flip side, you also want to make sure that that vendor does not have the ability to terminate that agreement for convenience. You don't want a vendor to simply walk away from its contractual obligations to you. Now, should you have any questions about any of the issues in this video or any of our other videos, please feel free to give our office a call at 312-263-0570. Thank you.